diversifying before you specialize. Master one thing first. I don't know about you, but I find that when you try to do everything at a go at a time, you actually are delaying your progress. And the other thing that you are doing, you're making sure that people are not getting your message. Your message is not clear enough because you come out as a new coach or as a new entrepreneur with diversification already. That does not make sense to me. There is no business that just starts with diversification. Even if you know that you want to provide different types of products and services, you want to introduce your product and services one by one. You want to launch a product and allow your customer to consume that product, and you get feedback from that product. You make profits out of that product, and then at a later stage, then you can then start to introduce another product. I find that that works much better. And for me, that makes business sense. But if you come in and you are a new entrepreneur or you're a new coach and you just come in with everything at a go, I find that your people will be confused. They want to know, even the people that are actually looking for you and you've got the answers for them, you've got the solutions for them, they won't be able to find you because you are all over the place. Stop diversifying before you specialize. Do one thing first, master that particular thing, and be very much good at it. Be the go-to person, be the authority in that field, and let people be attracted by that one product or service that you are offering. And later on, you can then diversify. Hello, my reigning tribe. I'm Dr. Mabel Baloy, also known as a purpose coach and strategist. I help ambitious women, entrepreneurs, and coaches to find clarity of purpose and build profitable, purpose driven businesses from their stories and their expertise. I use our tried and tested DAM framework, which has produced mentors, coaches, leaders, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers. And I pride myself in the results that we have produced through our signature program, Purpose Activation and Monetization Roadmap. And today I want to talk to all the new coaches and entrepreneurs and ambitious women out there that before you diversify, specialize in one thing. Position yourself as an authority, position yourself as a go-to person, position yourself as an expert in a particular thing, in one thing. Master it, work at it, be a pro of that particular thing. And when you have done that, then you can then consider that diversification. Every time when I come out and I say to people, don't just niche down, don't do everything. People believe in macro niches, they don't believe in a micro niche. I cover this in my Unleash Your Genius challenge. It's a free challenge. I left the link on the description below. If you want to be on the wait list for the challenge, you can sign up for the challenge. Just click the link below and sign up for the challenge. It's free. It takes 5 days. And in that challenge, I do address the issue of micro niche, macro niche, and micro niche. You will understand it better because people want to start off with a big thing and doing a lot of things at the same time. And why am I really passionate about helping people not to do this or advising people not to do this? It's because because I did it myself. And let me assure you, it's a waste of time. You are going to cry for the time that you have wasted all this time. Of course, it won't be, so much of a wasted time, but you would have grown in that time when you were confusing your followers, when you were confusing people that were actually looking for the solution that you have, but you were not clear enough that you have the solution that they are looking for, because people are always searching, people are always looking. So what is it that you need to do in order to stop diversifying and focus on specialization? Of course, there are things that you need to consider, the things that you need to do before you can specialize. And I believe that the first thing that you need to do before you specialize is to master your niche. Master your niche. There is no way that you're going to be all over the place and doing all these things and hope for success and hope for being called an expert in a particular area. No, you will not be able to do that. All you need to do is to master your niche. Let people know you for something. I once took a poll on Facebook and I was asking, when you see the name Mabel, when you think about Mabel, what comes to mind? When you look at Mabel, or when you hear somebody say Mabel, what comes to mind? Guess what? People wrote there that purpose coach, purpose ambassador, purpose strategist, purpose mogul, purpose expert, purpose what. It was like everything was about purpose. Why? Because I made it clear that I carry the message of purpose. And I believe that this is a powerful message that I consider it to be the mother of all the niches, to be honest. I feel like every person, everything that they do should be aligned to purpose. And I believe that if you are profitable now, if you align to purpose, you will even be more profitable. Because when you are aligned to purpose, you are attracting God Himself, the one who placed man in the garden and gave him purpose and give him all the provision and give him everything that men ever wanted. So I believe that you need to master your niche. People know that I teach purpose, and from that niche, I've found myself having to, producing the type of people that I've just mentioned, from doing purpose coaching, purpose and ambitious women. I make sure that they get off and they build not just this profit. The DEM framework that I spoke about, actually, it's just behind me, where we do purpose discovery, purpose activation, and purpose monetization. That's the DEM framework. Teach people how to monetize their purpose, how to find it, and to identify purpose monetization sweet spot and begin to be profitable and begin to create streams of income from their purpose. I have been paid by purpose. For me, it is really not wrong to be paid by purpose. So what you need to do is to master your niche. If you master your niche, you will realize that from your niche you will be able to diversify. If you are like me, because generally I am very versatile, generally I'm very innovative. So if you are like me, you are very versatile, you are very innovative, you don't want to be bottled. If you are like me, I promise you, if you discipline yourself and you focus on that particular thing, you position yourself as an authority, as a go-to person, as an expert in that particular area, then people will come looking for you. I sometimes just get a DM or an inbox, a person saying, "Can you please help me to find my purpose?" Right? And that very same person that come and say, "Can you please help me to find my purpose?" ends up being a business coach, right? So when you are doing purpose coaching, when I'm doing purpose coaching, it doesn't mean that I'm just helping people to find purpose and leave them there. When they find their purpose, as you can see behind me, purpose, discovery, or clarity. Once they found it, it's not even just about purpose, it's about clarity. If you have found it and you're not sure, you're not clear, or you're running a business, but you're not really sure about the purpose of your business, that's where I come in. That's where I help you with clarity. And that's where I want to find out if at all this is aligned to your purpose. And I help you to align it to your purpose. So once they have done that, then the next step is purpose activation, where we are saying, now that you have discovered, now that we are clear, let's activate this. And in that process, there's a lot of planning and strategy and analysis and research that happens to help a person to establish a strong business, a strong brand, right? And after that, we look at it and we say, what are the monetization sweet spots? We identify those and we start planning on the monetization roadmap. This is what my purpose coaching includes. This is what it involves. When you look at it, you may just say I'm a business coach, but I don't really call myself that, because my focus is on taking a person from purpose to that end where they become CEOs. You can say from purpose to CEO, from purpose to millionaire. This is what I do. I want to train people. I'm training people to make money out of what God has placed them on this earth for. Right. So it is really very much important. Another person might say, why do you have to be paid for what God has placed you on this earth for? When you look at purpose itself, originally God did not create, or he did not put purpose there without provision. So when you are doing what God has called you to do, there will be a provision for that. And it doesn't mean that God is going to drop from heaven and bring you the provision. God has given you the skills and the ability and the mind to think as to how can you take that tree that he has planted in the garden and make it a chair or a table. It is you who's going to do that, right? So don't ask me the question and say, why are you getting paid by what God has called you to do, or what God has placed you on this earth for? God doesn't want us to go hungry, and the things that he has given us and the capabilities that he gave us, he wants us to to eat from that and to be paid by that. So you've got to master your niche. Master your niche. Seek to be an expert and feel like one. The subject that you are dealing with. When you are even when you position yourself, you'll find that you are even invited to come and talk about the same subject that you have you positioned yourself to be an expert in. And when I listen to Dr. John C. Maxwell, when he said in one of his short videos that I watched, he said, if you want to be an expert in something, choose one topic that you're going to deal with for 5 years. That's what he said. I may not mention his exact words, but he said, choose one topic that you are going to be an expert in, that you are going to deal with for 5 years. And he said, if you do that, in 5 years' time, you will be an expert in that topic, in that area. And then he made an example with himself on the issues of leadership. All of us, when you talk leadership, you think Dr. John C. Maxwell, because what did he do? He mastered his niche. He focused on it. When you read his books, there's a lot of information that you will get from just the topic of leadership. Now, within that niche, Dr. John C. Maxwell was able to diversify his product and sales. Now he's mentoring, he's coaching people, he's got coaches and mentors all over the world. That is diversification that is structured, that is diversification that is planned for, that is diversification diversification makes sense. But if you just come out with diversification, how are you expecting to be known as an expert? How are you expecting to be known as a go-to person who will come to you with their problems? Because people will not be sure as to what exactly is it that you are dealing in. We want specialists. We don't just go to anybody. We want specialists. You need to specialize. You need to specialize, because if you are a general practitioner, when I have a gynecological problem, I want to come to you, I will go to a gynecologist. If you are a general practitioner and I come to you because I've got a tooth problem, you are going to mess me up, because that's not your specialization. That's not what you do best. That's not your area of your zone of genius. You are not a dentist. You cannot offer dentistry services. So don't try to be everything. You can't be everything to everybody. You cannot. If you want growth, if you want to enjoy what you're doing, if you want to monetize what you're doing, if you want to attract more people to you, if you want to attract your ideal clients, people that are looking for the solutions that you have, you need to master your niche and make sure that your niche is clear. I'm talking about this very passionately. Let me just explain what a niche is so that I can move on to the next point. The one thing that you need to understand about the niche, dictionary defines a niche as follows. It says it's a specialized segment of the market for a particular kind of product or service. Now you see that it is a specialized segment of the market. All right. When you are niching down, you are actually making sure that you are specializing in a particular kind of product or service. And it continues to say it denotes products, services, or interests that appeal to a small specialized section of the population. I needed to stress that one so that you can understand what I'm talking about. You need to focus on a small specialized section of the population. And really, if you want to understand this niche thing better, sign up for my Unleash Your Genius challenge. In that challenge, when I talk about the power of problem solving, I address the 5 powers. And when I talk about the power of problem solving, I address the issue of the niche, and I explain the macro niche and the micro niche, so that you can be able to see that this thing that you're dealing with, you are on the macro niche, and you need to micro niche. You need to niche down so that you can be able to focus on a particular, on a small specialized section of the population, so that you can serve them. And that does not mean that you won't be able to reach other, you won't be able to reach a large number of people. There are so many people that are having a problem, and you have the solution. You will be able to reach out to those people. And as you are now beginning to be known about that particular thing that you are dealing with, you will have more clients. And guess what is going to happen? As soon as you deal with people on that thing that you have positioned to yourself to master and to excel in, you are going to then identify extra problems that this people are having, and you are now going to design new solutions for them. And this is when the diversification is coming into play. Now, what is happening right here? The wonderful thing is happening right here now. It means that you are beginning to diversify within your niche. You're still going to enjoy the journey. You're going to enjoy your business. You're going to enjoy transforming lives, because now you are creating multiple products and services within your niche, and you are going to be so fulfilled. Now you want to start with doing everything. You are denying yourself the opportunity. You are denying yourself the opportunity to become more creative and innovative and within your niche, and grow and love what you're seeing, love what you're doing to the people. you are denying yourself that opportunity. Now, I want to advise you to master your niche before you diversify. If you are you have already diversified and you are new in the market, you are new in the industry of coaching, I want to advise you to take a minute and think about it. Think about the thing that you can really specialize with, and focus on that thing. Dr. Maxwell says for 5 years, within 1 year, you would be known as a specialist if you're doing a great job. Well, I guess that he is experienced in that. Even me with my message, it took a little bit longer for people to understand. By the way, I started coaching in 2009, and from that time when I started, I wanted to be the master of all things. I wanted to do everything. That, my friend, delayed my growth, because the people that were looking for me, they could not find me, because I was not clear on my niche, because I was focusing on my clues, and I was really not clear on my niche. And that's why I'm so passionate talking about this, because I know how harmful it is to the growth of your business. Stop for a little while and try to look at this, and try to focus on one thing. Many of us, we look at coaches that are big coaches, celebrity coaches, coaches that have made it in the industry, the coaches that we look up to, the likes of your Tony Robbins, your Lisa Nicole. We look at those people and we see them doing a number of things, and we think that they started like that. No, they didn't start like that. They started somewhere. They positioned themselves as expert in a particular area, and now they are the go-to people. We love them, we love listening to them, we love attending their events, because they have positioned themselves as experts. Now when you go into their websites and everything, you find that there are many things that they are doing, right? But they had to come out as a particular product. I remember that Lisa was always talking about, she was always talking, when she came out, she was coming out as someone who's motivating the masses. That's how I started knowing her, motivating the masses. And then after that, what did she do? Then she started to do a number of things. She started to diversify after she has mastered the art of motivating the masses, right? You've got to find something. You've got to find something that you can do well, something that you can excel in, something that people will know you with, and you excel in it, you master your niche, and then you can start diversifying. My friend, if you don't take this advice and you feel like, this lady is too strict, this lady is too is wearing it's like a donkey, it's wearing some stuff here, it's just facing forward. If you don't want to take this advice, you will come back and thank me in many years and say, Mabel, you were right. We did not listen to you, and we have taken time to grow. Okay, I hope the kids are not really making noise here, because they're starting to push things and I can hear sounds. Pardon me for those sounds that you will hear. I'm not sure if they are all audible on your side. Now, let's look at the second thing that you need to do in order to specialize. You need to understand your target market. And I think when I was talking about mastering your niche, I touched on this a little bit. But you need to understand your target market. Who are the people that you are serving? That's the second thing that you need to really work on. Once you understand, you have picked your niche, just look at who is it that you want to serve. How old is that person? Did that person go to school? Right? Is that person in business? Is that person a professional? Is that person a coach? Who is that person that you are targeting? You can't target women only and say, I'm targeting women. Which women? There are different types of women. Others are coaches, others are entrepreneurs, others are vendors, others women that are taking care of their homes and their babies, they are housewives. Which woman are you targeting? You've got to be specific. Who do you want? Because that very same person is also looking for you. That very same person has got the problem that which you have the solution for. So you need to be specific. Hey, I see people struggling with this. People don't want to be specific. People don't want to say, hey, listen, guys, I am selling chicken and I specialize in grilled chicken. Okay? I don't do fried chicken. And the one that's doing fried chicken is happy and is excited about their product. They say, we serve you fried chicken. And they then even give their products and services. They give they get a what do you call this? I forgot it. They call the slogan. They come up with a slogan for it: finger licking good. Proud about their product. They don't serve meat. I mean, red meat. They are serving meat. Chicken is meat, but they are in that industry of meat, but of protein or whatever. They don't serve red meat. They are serving chicken. And they have lots and lots of customers that are supporting them. There are customers that don't want that fried chicken. There are customers that want the grilled chicken, and they will go to the restaurant that is only specializing in grilled chicken. Are you catching my drift? I'm trying to make a simple example of restaurants, because the restaurant that is specializing with grilled chicken, they just specialize with grilled chicken. And when you go there, you will find other products there, and that they have accompaniments. They have wedges, they have salads, they have ice cream, they have malva pudding, they have all these things, but we know them. How do we know them? We know them with chicken. What kind of chicken? Grilled chicken. And they having customers? They have customers. Who are their customers? Their customers are those people that are that are conscious about their health. And even when they want to do a takeaway, they'd rather go and buy grilled chicken instead of fried chicken. So this thing is very easy like that. And it does not mean that you are not going to have business. Your business is not going to grow if you are niching down. In your niching down, you are going to be able to diversify. Just like I made an example of chicken, fried, grilled chicken, that you go to that restaurant, you will still find other things. So chances are, if you go there, you can still, eat something first as your starter, and you can have your main meal. But be warned, because you won't find red meat there. They don't specialize with red meat. They don't sell red meat, right? So you want to specialize in something. Of course, there are restaurants like Spur that will be serving chicken and ribs and whatever. But I do think, I'm not sure about Spur, but I think they also specialize. They specialize with they specialize with ribs, if I'm not mistaken. So when you go there, you will enjoy their ribs, but their chicken, yeah, okay. Other things, yeah, okay, but you will enjoy I don't know, maybe it's me alone that is enjoying the ribs like that, but you will enjoy those ribs. So understand your target market. What is their problem? I want to believe that this restaurant that is doing grilled chicken is trying to serve those people that are wanting to eat out, but they have a problem because they don't want to gain weight. So they want to eat a particular kind of chicken that has been prepared a certain way. So they will choose to go there. You need to think about it that way. Don't just be excited and say, "Woo, now I'm a coach, hey, I'm an entrepreneur," and all that, and you are not doing this groundwork. You need to know what you're doing, understand what your niche is, and understand your target market so that you can be able to serve them. You must know what their problems are, what their pain points are before you administer any solution, before you design any, or you create any vaccine. You must diagnose their problem, know what exactly is the problem, so that you can design the right solution. So the third thing that you need to do, the third thing that you need to understand is that you have to have a diversification strategy. Now that you know, your niche, and you know your target market, and you are going to then come with a solution that is going to address the problem. Let's say, for instance, you have identified 5 problems. So you are going to start by addressing the first problem, and then maybe after 3 months or 6 months, then you introduce a new product that is going to address another problem that you have identified. And you can actually take these things and put them into your diversification strategy. Or you can, as you are working with your target market, as you are working with your audience, obviously you are going to pick up new problems that were not actually obvious when you were researching, that you didn't find out. And as you're working with them, you're going to find out new problems that you are going to now design new programs and new services for, or new products that will address those kind of problems. And now that is when you are going to factor that into your diversification strategy. You know that at this point in time, I will be able to introduce this particular problem. So that's your number 3. Now you know your niche, you are clear about your niche. And then secondly, you understand your target market. And now you also, as you're going to launch whatever product, you work on your diversification strategy so that you can be able to diversify. By this time, you have positioned yourself as an expert, as a go-to person. People will be asking you questions. I get asked a lot of questions. I also need to do videos on the questions that I get asked. I get asked a lot of questions where a person will ask me, how do I monetize my purpose? Right? I get asked those questions. And who else do you ask if you don't go to the purpose mogul? Who else do you ask if you don't go to the purpose strategist, the expert in the field of purpose? Right? So a person will ask, how do I find my purpose? How do I monetize my purpose? How do you monetize purpose? How do you, when, especially when I explain the 4 levels of purpose, a person will say, how do I charge for something, for doing something that I love? And I'm like, why not? Why can't you pay for something that you love? I had another lady asking a question in one of the videos. I forgot her name, but she was asking a question. Why can't you be paid when you're sleeping? Get paid for sleep. You are sleeping. That is work. Get paid for sleep. So why not? Why can't you be paid for doing what you love? Do what you love and get paid by what you love. And of course, my Unleash Your Genius free 5-day challenge addresses this. It's a step-by-step guide to getting paid by what you already know. If you love the challenge, it has just finished on Sunday. If you love the challenge, I advise you to click the link on the description below and get on the wait list for that challenge. In that challenge, I talk about the macro niche and the micro niche, and I talk about a whole number of things and skills and talents and education and expertise and all of those things. Get onto that challenge and prepare yourself for 2023 and beyond. Okay, so let's go on to the last one. Is it the last one? No, I think before I go to the 4th one, let me just explain what diversification is. According to FundSquire, diversification strategy is applied when companies wish to grow. You see now, it is when you wish to grow, then you bring in diversification. It is applied when companies wish to grow. It is the practice of introducing a new product, underline that, a new product into your supply chain. So you're already having a supply chain, so you are introducing a new product in order to increase profits, right? So that is reason number two why you diversify. You diversify to grow, you diversify to increase profits. And then here is the explanation. These products could be new segment of the industry your company already occupies. So this is actually confirming that you can actually diversify within your niche, right? So this is what you do. If you are within your niche, you will also feel so fulfilled. And, chances are you will not go around copying everybody. You will be doing your own thing because you are walking on your lane. You are walking in your purpose. You are doing what you're supposed to do. I do this thing every day. I do this thing every day, teaching people these things every day. I just decided recently that let me go on YouTube, because since I created my YouTube channel, I'm not using it. Let me go and use my skills and my talents on YouTube. And whilst I'm talking about that, please support me. Don't just love the information that I'm sharing. Please click that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you get notified when I drop another new video. Let's look at number four. Solve problems. Now that you master your niche, you understand your target market, you've got your diversification strategy, solve problems. Entrepreneurs are problem solvers. You need to identify the problems that you need to solve for your target market. This involves a lot of research that you need to do. You need to enter into a lot of research, find out what are they struggling with, what is it that they want to achieve, how do they want to feel, where do they want to go in their lives, what are their destinations, what are they struggling with to get there. You need to know those problems so that you can design a program that will solve those problems. You are a problem solver. If you're listening to this video, drop it on the chat below and say, I am a problem solver. I am a problem solver, because that's what you need to do, right? Solve problems. And the last thing that you need to do in order to specialize is to hire a coach. A lot of people are struggling, are confused. Some people, they will move from one niche to the other because they think now they found a new niche, or now this is the right niche. The other one was not the right niche. Let me tell you something. If you are that person that is copying all the coaches that are here, because there's so many coaches around the world. If you are that person that is copying all these coaches, and you're taking that piece of information from that coach and that other piece of information from another coach, other piece of information from another coach, and another piece of information from another coach, and piece all those pieces together and create something. If you are that person, my dear friend, stop right there. Stop what you are doing, because you are confusing yourself more. Tomorrow, you are going to change again from those pieces that you have collected, because you are an information collector who's collecting bits and pieces of information from here and there, because you don't want to invest in a coach. You'd rather, copy that little bit from that one, copy that little bit from that one. You don't even know their secret sauce. You don't know how they do what they're doing. You don't know how they achieve what they've achieved. You don't know anything, because they don't actually come out and give you their secret sauce. Some try to do that, but I don't think they tell you everything that they do. The best thing that you can do for yourself so that you can grow as a coach, hire yourself a coach. Do not underestimate the power of investing in a coach. And when I talk about this, if you're a new coach, I would love to invite you to join my new coach mastermind that is launching in 2023. I will come back and share the information very shortly about the new coach mastermind. I have put that, I've designed another signature program that is going to help coaches to become excellent in their niches. It's going to help coaches to brand themselves properly and to know what is it that they are doing, and to build systems and processes in their coaching businesses that will help them to succeed. So hire yourself a coach. Don't underestimate the power of having a coach. Don't underestimate the power of having someone holding you by the hand. One of my coaching students was saying to me, I'm not leaving you. Even when, because I signed 12 months contracts with people, even when that contract was finished, she was saying, look, even if this contract is finished, I'm not leaving you, I'm staying. And we keep on working on new things, on new projects that she's doing. I keep on helping her with all of those things. So you need to hire yourself a coach. Don't be selfish and be stingy and not invest in yourself. If you are not going to invest in yourself, how are you expecting other people to come and invest in you as a coach? If you're not investing in yourself, invest in your growth. I invested in my growth. I hired a coach that, unfortunately, my coach has passed on. May his soul rest in peace. Professor John Tibane. He did a great job. I understand some of these things because he taught me. He taught me how to master my niche. And I was so stubborn. I did not want to listen. I wasted my time because I was so stubborn. I wanted to be a jack of all trades and master of none. That's what I wanted to do. But you can be a jack of all trades within or your niche, because that's your niche. You're already a jack of your niche. And the more you work on it, the more you gain clarity, the more you gain skills, and the more you become better than yesterday. Right? So that's what I wanted to deliver to you. If you want to specialize, and finally finding yourself diversifying within your niche, first of all, master your niche. If you master your niche, you will be able to diversify your niche. You will be able to diversify within your niche. Secondly, make sure that you understand your target market, because you've got to serve them. How will you serve them if you don't understand them? You've got to know who they are, where they are, how old are they, if they are professionals, if they are entrepreneurs, if they are coaches, who are they? You need to find out and understand them, and understand their pain points, understand their problems, understand how they want to feel, what they want to achieve. Understand all of those things so that you can design solutions that can help them to get those things that they desire to have. Number 3, have a diversification strategy. And when you have a diversification strategy, you will be able to introduce your diversified programs and services, products and services at the right time, when your audience has consumed the other product and they've given you feedback. And that is actually going to help you when you work on your next program to upgrade it and to make sure that it is better than the first one. So if you bring them all at the same time, you are not going to actually be able to upgrade your next program and your next program and your next program, right? And then the fourth thing that you need to do in order to specialize is that you need to identify those problems and solve those. Become a problem solver. The last one, which I like, because here am I'm a coach. I'm inviting you to come to my coaching launch. Hire yourself a coach so that you can do so much better. I want, if you've liked the video, please do hit the notification bell so that you can get more notifications when I drop another video. Please subscribe to my channel. It is still a small channel. I want you to support me. I didn't use YouTube. Let's say I'm new on YouTube. Consider me to be new on YouTube, because I had this channel for a very long time, but I never ever utilized YouTube. And I really would love for you to support me and subscribe, hit that notification bell, and make sure they're getting notified when I drop a new video. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate appreciate the time, and please do follow me on social media, on Instagram and on Facebook. Please follow me there. And also, I've left a link on the description below. That's the link of the platform that I'm using to stream live. I'm streaming live. I am not recording first, like I see a lot of people doing, recording and editing and what have you. I just came on here live via StreamYard. So I've left the link on the notification on the description below as well. If you would love to use the same platform, you can click that link and start using that platform. In fact, if you use my link, you are going to get $10 credit when you sign up on the platform. So click the link below and use the same platform to stream directly on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, actually on all the social platforms. If you're like me, you want to be streaming everywhere, you can just sign up for that. Sign up on that link. Just click that link and sign up with streaming. Thank you so very much for watching. I appreciate you. Please do share this broadcast with someone that you love. God bless.